Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've taken care of those two cutthroats.
You don't look like you've been in a fight.
If you don't believe me, go and see for yourself.
All right, all right. All that matters is they've been taken care of.
They're dead. So, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Ginger was here, but the lads hid him away somewhere. I suppose there's no need for that anymore. He's in no danger now, is he? And nor are we.
That's right. You're safe now.
All right. They're hiding him nearby. A little way along the route to Uzhitz, there's a path to the right leading to a spring. From there, you'll find an overgrown trail to a ruined hut.
Finally, some useful information. Thank you, charcoal burner.
Take care now.
Yeah. 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 Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Uzhitz and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Uzhitz, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Uzhitz, and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Uzhitz. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. Well, it was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. And I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Uzhitz came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around at Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been. Good health to you. Farewell.
Yeah.
God bless you. What troubles you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujits, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Merhoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir,
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but
but the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have...
Exactly. It's not about this.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise. Take care now.
Wait! I need to talk to you. You can't just walk around in the dark. You have to have a light. It's the law.
You're the young fellow who came here from Scarlet's, half dead, aren't you?
Yes, not...
The lady of the castle was asking after you. She wants to talk to you.
Ah, I'll go and see her then. Thank you.
Very well. Don't make her wait. God be with you.
Good health to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got...
Good luck to you.
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
I heard you wanted to talk to me.
It's true.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. I'm looking for a few things to give her.
My lady,
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but... And I've been told...
it will be...
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujits.
Who am I?
From Conrad Hagen. And believe me, Here you go.
And the ornament...
I had the engravers in... That just were...
You said...
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal, but you...
Wine?
Thank you, Hen. I just wish there were others here. Take care.
Yeah! Yeah!
Good morning.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Satisfied?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Satisfied?
Are you yanking my pizzle? That's not haggling.
My last offer.
That's not enough.
I'll go for that.
Did something happen?
I'm interested.
And what is...
I'll certainly need a phys.
But of course.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be
I'd like to order something here.
Uh-huh.
No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. I'd like to
And what?
no deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. I'd like that.
As you wish.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be a...
Yeah.
I can't go any further. The current could sweep me to my death.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
be with you. Do you need anything?
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with...
That'll be Lubosh. Gallows bait if ever I saw one. Goodbye.
Yeah.
My respects to you.
I'm looking for...
Must be that farmhand.
I'd like to buy a...
Well, now.
Not...
Then go and have a look.
Take care now. Good luck to you. May the Lord watch over you.
I'm looking for the...
Well, you found...
The ladies...
Well, that mis...
I'll handle it.
If you think so. May the Lord watch over you.
I'd like to buy...
Well, now.
I have...
Nothing but the best. Is there one in particular? There's a fast horse for you.
Maybe some other...
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah.
along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. He kept company with all sorts of vermin.
How come?
He got that from some...
Has he been up?
I don't know.
Did he have?
None.
Do you happen to?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk.
When did you find the body?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything.
I want to learn to...
There's a retired scribe.
Another thing.
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Of course.
That man Lu.
He was a drunk. He was always looking for a fight.
Do you know?
Not a clue.
Have you noticed any?
Well,
Do you know?
he was a loner.
That's all.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
I've.
I don't know how I can help you, but ask.
Who?
There was.
Do you?
I don't think he was owned. As far as I know, he had.
That's all.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see you know how to... I wouldn't have expected...
With a stick. I practiced with a stick.
The Black can ask you a few questions.
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you...
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow. My child. All sorts of suspicious things.
That's really not...
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know...
Unfortunately, I do know.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that for...
Vows more important than catching...
There are laws of God above...
Father, surely you can't be serious.
There are things that apply always.
But Lubosh is dead.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone. If people believe the sanctity of the
Worse than the death of innocent Christians.
No one escaped.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he... If I don't find out who it was, it will probably have...
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confession. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern.
All right.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Need some help then, do you?
well,
Try asking Vasha. For some reason, that devil horseless. Take care now.
My respects.
I don't know.
that's all.
I heard. Yes. I suppose I do.
And how do you do it? How do you calm him down?
I'm good to him.
Listen, Vashek. I've been entrusted by the Lady of Talmberg. I need you to help me understand how to calm down that roan.
Lady Stephanie?
Then you know her.
She's a good person. She even talked to me once.
I know her too, and she was nice to me as well. Will you help me with the roan?
You have to sing him his favorite song.
And which one would that be?
2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May.
That's,
I know how.
Thank you. I'd like you to show me how...
Certainly.
Well.
Farewell.
So, boy. Want me to sing?
Roll for Lady Stephanie. Thank you, Henry.
Yeah. 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 Nem lehet messze. Elmagosod, mint egy tekvet. Itt vagyok. Mi van? Csak nem fájt? Te a kap! A teremtésig!
Good day to you.
God be with you.
My respects to you.
I'd like to learn...
You? You don't... Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty...
I'll think it over. I've come to...
What? Bear in mind...
All right.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a...
Here are you.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy...
Excellent. Like I told you, books are
Does that mean that I can...
Yes, you have the found... Now we'll move on. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but...
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking...
You're a clever...
I read the page.
So tell me, this...
Nullus est liber.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent.
Thank you, Dominic.
Who's brave enough to buy horse wedding?
My respects.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Light.
I don't know.
That's all.
Farewell.
Good day to you. May the Lord watch over you. All right.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
One ale, please.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle.
As you wish.
My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noel? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. These days, of course, it's just a bit of...
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now So, about this confessional seal.
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions if people stop believing in the church because their confession...
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end.
Chin up, lad. I might have a salute.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation.
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. Are popular as well, especially if they're best of health. Well, recently a priest I hear he always has a full... I'm thinking...
What's so amazing about
the preaching of Master... The lamentable wealth in which the church is just like a flock of hungry ravens. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for... You want to baptize a child? Hey, you want... What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot. Look to your consciences. Amen.
Well, this Jan...
Oh, the congregational...
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to...
Funny.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbed. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink...
What do the common...
They like it. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words.
Yeah, unless they burn...
Nonsense. They can't burn a mass...
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been more... it's getting quiet.
What do you suppose?
Pour me one.
Ah, that sounds like a...
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, do mnie i rano utek, jaki w małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jí kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední den. Burger se má být, ano ráda stávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Come here, lily liver.
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin,
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
So all at once the confessional...
Don't... No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You no need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you.
Christ almighty.
Wonderful. Hold up. We've no time to waste.
Never show up. The swill pole.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
was. I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
That boy has a cheek.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, enemies, injustice, hunger and chaos, failed harvests, fires, floods and other catastrophes. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad, because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach let us remember the marriage at Cana. He, whose companions were poor...
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such a... For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
I say to you, in the words of Jan Hus, he who knows much, let him speak much. He who knows little, let him speak little. Let each speak as much as he knows, and he who knows nothing, let him at least teach his neighbour one virtuous deed by setting him good example and refraining from playing dice and from fornication. And that applies both to priests and to you, brothers and sisters.
That's his conclusion.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that Hus.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it. I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time. Back to the mill. Home!
Hey, lad, come here. You'll get the pizza. Fuck it. Now. You're dead. Bugger. Take that.
Greetings.
I'd like to enroll.
You've come too late, lad. We're all... Take care now.
My respects to you. Good luck to you.
Let's have a word about...
Well,
Since it's you,
I'd almost shake.
are we agreed?
That's no way to...
All right.
Well...
All right.
Well...
I'll go for that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ be...
Lady Steph...
And what would she like?
Wine.
Ah. Would beer be enough?
As a gift for a noble woman's wedding?
Then that's going to be a problem. I gave the last...
Shit. Can I enroll?
But of course. I'm sorry, there's no... Lord be with you.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally. Aye, that would do it.
Look at you, lover boy.
I've brought you something.
Oh, Hal. Is this for... You really mustn't bring...
Don't you want to do...
That sounds wonderful. Everyone, I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to... What do you think, Hal?
Well,
I will.
let's be going.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oat cakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Yeah, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
There's no need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different form.
What sort might that be?
All mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then. So, here we are. Shall we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Is it all right?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh,
but really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh,
All right.
it's fine. All right. Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow and calf. Ah, that's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting. Oh.
Hey, get up off of that bed. You've no business here. What do you think this is, an inn? Get the hell out of here! God save you.
I've got some goods.
All right. Let me with you. Good luck, then. Hey, get up off of that bed. You've no business here.
Yeah.
No! My God, no! Let me. Oh. Look out.
God be with you. Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
Is there someone here who can peep?
I'm sure someone can. First, I'll explain that you shoot 7, 13, or 21 arrows, depending on who you're shooting against. The straw surround is worth 1 point, the white ring 2, and the bullseye 3. Whoever finishes shooting first gets... The round ends when everyone has finished shooting, and whoever... It's the custom to wager on it, to make it more interesting, see?
All right.
Just one more thing. Don't leave while the...
Got it.
How good are you with a bow? So I can...
I'm a beginner.
Doesn't matter. At least you'll get a bit of... Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use your... Meanwhile, I'll round... God be... You may begin. End of game. Henry is the victor.
I've heard there's a contest.
That's true.
I'd like to take part.
Do you know the rule?
I don't.
You shoot 7, 13. The straw surround is worth 1 point. The round end is the custom.
All right.
Just one more.
Got it.
Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. Meanwhile, I'll round up the... Good luck. Congratulations. And here, as promised...
Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Is there someone here?
Sure. How good are you with...
I reckon I can take on the best.
Bold words. Well, we'll see, The best archers shoot 21 arrows. Splendid. Meanwhile, I'll round up the... Take care. You may begin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good God, you look terrible. God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for someone they...
Jesus, who would...
Hinek?
That's his real name. I doubt he likes his nickname.
No, I don't suppose he would.
Try his folks' house, if you have the nerves for it. God bless.
Yeah. Yeah.
My respects to you.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea?
I don't know.
Don't you at least know where he usually...
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets...
Your son is about to get into deep shit.
That's nothing new.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous...
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the...
Well, it's not much to go on. I'd like to talk to you about...
I'm very busy.
Do you at least know any friends he's with?
As far as I know.
No one at all?
No. Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say,